Well, good afternoon, everybody. It is Monday, and it's about noon. I've kind of been working this morning and really didn't take out the time to make a video. I'll kind of show you what I've been up to here as I walk down towards, boy, I'm setting, you see what I carry with me all the time? Everybody knows me by my coffee cup. The neighbors and everything. They're so used to wherever I walk around here and that. I've got my coffee cup along. I picked it up when we were, I think, living in Mactan, if I remember, in Cebu and that. Only found one like this ever here. And got it, and it's been right next to me for umpteen years here. Yeah, I raked this up a little bit, but if you can see right now, the compost piles, wow, it is hot. It is, the direct sunlight is just absolutely goes right through you. But I cut up rice hay this morning with a cutter, added it to each one of my compost rows here, and then I turned the compost row to kind of mix it up a little bit. You can see some banana leaves there also. I trimmed some of the banana trees and raked the area right through here. You can just see how the grass is basically gone, burnt up. But you can kind of notice in trimming between here and maybe take a walk up over here a little bit, and just adding. And when I add that, I turn the piles, as you can see here, some of the rice hay there, and then I put leaves back on top so it don't completely burn out the rice hay that I cut up, and you get a better idea right here. Just building up the rows. Boy, I'll tell you what, they're dry almost right down to the ground, and I guess it's better to have it in the rows than to have it in bags. So I really got busy at it this morning. Started at 6. Kind of finished at about 11 or so. Took a little bit of a break here for an hour. The other thing I've been doing, you can see here from the coconut trees, trimming branches while I'm still able to reach them. That's at the point where I no longer be able to reach it. And then basically cut the leaves off and trim them down, and I'll set those up and dry them out. And they're good for firewood eventually. And of course, that kind of, I don't know what they call it around the coconut here, it's like a netting almost, and you can really see it here clearly. And that, yeah, good fire starter. So and it's generally fairly dry, and of course the bugs get in. The bugs just love getting into the dark spaces there, and they survive brilliantly there. But in the process, I needed to cut some more up, and you can see the big boar, he's taking a break here, and I think they kind of all are. Yeah, she's looking pretty big here. Oh gosh. And our other one too. We should be getting some piglets here, but it's hot, very hot, and they're basically taking a break, getting out of the sun here. Yeah, take a drink of my coffee. My one vice, I just refuse to give up my coffee. And you can see already how quickly that just the sun and the dry air and my cutter, and this is what I actually use. I have a steel cutter here, and it's what I use, and put a new blade on it this morning, that I was fortunate to pick up when Lester and Chaz took Beth and I to Tagbilaran. It's the only place I can get the blades for this, and they happened to have a whole bunch of them at the hardware store at Island Mall, and I bought all of them that they had, because you go through blades really pretty quick here. But you can see here how I've cut out a pretty good chunk of this kind of hill of rice hay here, and of course adding it to the compost rows, and that to build them up. Like I said, without moisture there is not going to be really too much decomposition. We're going to be cleaning pig pens tomorrow. Doro is off today. It's graduation at the grade school, and he's got a couple of kids, so yeah, he took the day off, which is fine and dandy with us. Just look at the ground here. It's wow, pretty amazing. I don't know if I've ever seen it quite like this. It'll come back with the first rain. I guess I forgot after 2018 we had some rain during the summertime, even though we were in a drought most of the year, and it kept things green. But you can see what I've done here. Completely new row building. I've got dry leaves on the bottom. I put in some sawdust. We'd gotten a couple bags of sawdust way back when. Added that, and on top here is the rice hay, and I'll be putting some leaves on top of that so it don't dry out too dramatically. But you can see here too, boy, the stress on the banana trees here because of the heat. It's just way too hot for everything, way too early in the year, even though people, the locals kind of say that April and May are the hottest 2 months. But boy, I tell you, July and August are pretty awesome here too. And at least we've usually gotten rain. Like I said, we are now, of course, approaching in another week the end of March, and they're not calling for any rain yet this month, so we'll have gone basically the whole month of March. And a couple of sprinkles on the 1st, a couple of sprinkles on the 14th, not even enough to write down. Nothing. Pretty amazing. And the drought continues, and of course that means that we've got a ton of new leaves on the ground here too. But I need to empty a lot of the bags here that Doro's raked up leaves and grass from our last cutting, and be able to, as you can see, the rice hay piles here. And we've cut down, like I said, I've got a pile of bags here and I want to basically use up all the leaves, because we'll no doubt be getting some more here. But you can see the consequences of what a month like this has been. It's I was hoping never to see this, but wasn't so fortunate. If we look here, we can see, wow, look at the growth there. That is actually where the fruit is going to come out of here. And and this is one of the few trees that we're seeing here with it'll be interesting to see if we get any fruit off of this, and why it's starting already. But like I said, they for some reason like the heat, and it's a signal for them to start producing their fruit. Hopefully we'll get some rain. Not looking good. And it's one of the things about farming, you're really at the mercy of Mother Nature. And we were so fortunate in 2017 to have a year of rain. Never even came close to running out of water at all, not even close. And 2018, the year of the drought, even though we did have rain during the course of the year, and in November and December, just not enough, not anywhere near the amount we should have in order to get the water table up, and in order for, like I said, the pond never even got close to really overflow. It did once, I think, for a day or two. I'm trying to remember back in December, but that was very much short-lived. And of course now we're down to the fact where the pond is at 20 inches out of the 65 inches when it is at overflow, 65, 66 inches. And that 20 inches is not a lot of water. The top 2 feet is a whole lot of water. Probably half the water is the top 2 feet. And now we're getting down to the point where that last little over 1.5 feet is probably, boy, maybe a fifth of the water that the pond can hold. So just bringing you up to date of what I did this morning, and just building up the compost rows a little bit more. Like I said, I'd rather have all the stuff sitting in the rows than sitting in bags. It's going to dry out either way, and at least if and when we do get some rain, maybe by surprise, it will definitely help. But the drought definitely continues here, and you'll hear a whole lot more of that probably over the course of the next few months. Like I said, wow, here I'm talking about it in March, and I usually don't talk about it till July or August, in there somewhere. So I'm going to say goodbye to everybody here, and then I'm back up to the entrance to the yard. Kind of taking it a little easy today, cooking a special meal. It's Andoy's birthday today, so a little bit of celebration and that this afternoon. And a good meal. Wow, that sounds good. So from the back of the camera, I'm going to let you folks all go. Thanks for viewing. I can tell by the numbers of views in that we've got a pretty good group of people out there viewing our videos every day to see our progress and what we're doing on kind of like a daily basis here in the Philippines. And we appreciate your viewing and your comments, and hopefully I can get back to start answering the comments a little bit more, even though the internet, I'll find out when I try to upload this in a couple minutes here, it'll probably be pretty slow again. So from the back of the camera, goodbye for now, and God bless every one of you.